As I said when it switched off, I haven't been out on the YouTube for a long time because it has been a lot to do with all the work, with all the home groups, and also they are getting into other constellations, other groups that are working uh, in these two towns in my province that I'm working in for the moment. But the work is going on, and now when the nice weather, it was a lot to do out in the garden also. But while I'm working in the garden and so on, I'm thinking of what I'm going to say the next time, and I'm also enjoying the nature, out walking, and thinking of what the Lord have done for us, and how wonderful He is. He's thinking of us. He let us have beautiful places that we like to be in, and also friends, good friends that can support each other. I have had friends that have hadn't it so easy for the moment with their church. There are things happening here in Sweden. I don't know if you have heard anything on the news, or if you're looking at the Christian news channels and so on, but Sweden is the foremost secular country in the world, and the church are struggling here. Many of them are becoming more and more liberal theologian, and also embracing LBTQ, you call it in English. We call it HBTQ in Swedish. LBTQ and all the other letters that should be added on according to the world. So the states have already gone through changes with denominations and so on, and here in Sweden it's just beginning. Perhaps because they have come furthest with secularizations, and then it's taken longer time, and we're also always a little after what's happening in the States also. But I'm happy to have support from my African friends that are very devoted to the Lord and their work. I have a very good friend that I posted videos here, teaching videos. He has a youth organization all over Kenya, and I see more and more teaching, small videos with teaching. He's doing a marvelous job teaching, and his ministry is growing. So I'm very happy for him. Another friend also, it's going very well for. He has a lot more to do, but it takes time to get something done when it's quite hard in Kenya with earning money and so on. I try to help as I can. Here in Sweden it's not easy either. Sweden is going into saving mode, and there are in the big cities you can still find some jobs, but I'm put here in my province to work here, so I have to be here. And sometimes I get some jobs, and sometimes I'm not getting job, but the Lord is very, very good, and He is providing. And that is what He has promised also, that He will see to all our needs. The Lord is my shepherd, and I shall not lack anything. And also in Philippians 4:19 it says He will see to all our needs. So I have projects, and both in Africa and here, but it takes a little time because of waiting for the finances and so on that will come in. I will tell more about the projects I have. I have I'm setting up a school organization in countries in Africa, that will provide and raise funds to help churches and communities, churches in communities, to set up Christian schools. And also on the food side, many of my contacts is in the countryside, and then the children can also learn how to cultivate food and take care of animals, and we also fish farms. And in Liberia I have a big organization on the agriculture side that are very interesting, and we can put their work together with the school, and the children can train in the land close to the school, where they are working and cultivating food and so on. And also, when I go to Africa, I preach and teach by invitation in different churches, and I also promote the school organization. So I have a little to do. I have a very interesting project to work with the local pastor in quite far north from Nairobi, out in the countryside with nomads. They are a type of Maasai people. That it's not those most famous one in Kenya and Tanzania that we know in Masai Mara, that is both in Kenya and Tanzania, but these are north of Nairobi, and there are other people groups in between, and they are nomads. So it will be very interesting to set up a school that could help these nomads to see to the schooling of the children while they are out in the wilderness. And I'm working with a pastor who wants to set up a church, and so we could work together in that prospect. He has a church, and he is the man on the spot also. And there are other good pastors that I met when I was there visiting, that could see to this school, and it will be a county board, and yeah, people to see to it. And then when we get students, it will be, or pupils, it will be also teachers working in the school, seeing that the children so they know what they're going to do when they're out in the wilderness, and the parents can see that they are doing the work also. And I am looking forward to go there camping with this pastor and reach the different nomads in the wilderness. I have seen, when I was there last time, I saw some zebras in the distance. And it could also be other animals that you see. So I don't need to go to these reservoirs like Masai Mara to see the animals or anything. I can see it while out spreading the gospel. And so that is a very interesting, and I'm looking forward to work with this pastor. Pastor Samuel in Samburu. And I have also another friend who's a very, very good preacher, and he is invited in different churches, and he has also projects that I would like to see that if I can help him come to be a visiting preacher, a teacher, Bible teacher, and helping to set up churches in one way or the other. So that will be very interesting. Here in my province in Sweden, it's a little harder, as I said, because it's a very secular country, but we have seen that people are looking for something more than their lives and what, well, and think about other things than just their life. and especially after COVID and so on, it shook up the people. And so the home groups that I have in two towns now, they're big municipal areas. They're not only inside the town, it's the countryside outside. In my municipal there are the hometown, I'm living outside, and then there are two smaller towns, and there are several villages also. And it takes an hour to drive through here, through the municipal area. A whole hour, or if not 1.5 from south to north. And so there are, but we start in the towns and we reach also people living outside in the countryside and in the villages. So it's a very interesting job, and I hope I could be able to get you along, and you can see the work that is going along here. We are also trying with church planting, and we have support from or working together with a big church in Uppsala, in the big city, close to Stockholm, the capital. So we can go down there on conferences, and they are also coming up now and then. The pastor is coming up and have revival night, and when he comes alone and when he comes with a team, we have miracle nights here, and preaching the gospel and praying for the sick. So it's a lot to do. It's a lot to do. Little by little we're getting somewhere. And yeah, so please pray for us that the Lord is with us, and that the people are coming to us. We are praying here that people will come in our way, and we will be coming in the people's way, the seekers' way, so we can bring them in, because there are a lot of people we don't know about that's sitting at home and crying out that they want something else. They need the Lord, they need Jesus, and they need to hear about the cross and what he did for us on the cross. And so that is what we are working with here. So I hope you enjoyed this little chat, and you'll see how I'm living, and I see you soon another time.